KEYC News Now to Go is sponsored by Rivers Edge Hospital and Clinic. People caring for people.
Moments like these make life worth living. Rivers Edge Hospital and Clinic is your partner in taking control of your own health. Take your steps towards a lasting tomorrow. Rivers Edge Hospital.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for this KEYC News Now to Go update. I'm Jackson Jurek, and in a few minutes I'll be joined by First Alert meteorologist Caitlin Lohr to talk about what's going to be a gross, hot, humid, and sticky day. We will start with state news, however. Senator Nicole Mitchell, the DFL state senator from Woodbury, has announced her resignation effective on August 4th. The lawmaker was convicted of 2 felonies last week after breaking into her stepmother's home in Detroit Lakes last spring. Quinn Gorham explains why the senator is delaying her resignation and how colleagues are reacting.
A resignation announcement issued by State Senator Nicole Mitchell's attorney on her behalf details a list of reasons for deferring her resignation. The letter says she'll resign on or before August 4th after taking some time to ensure a transition. Among the tasks listed, she plans to finalize any legislative projects and services to her constituents, transition her staff, and secure health insurance for her son, who currently uses the Senate's provided coverage. Some Senate Republicans took issue with the delay.
This is one of those that she has seen this coming for quite a ways away for the last 15 months.
Senator Mark Johnson leads the Republican caucus at the State House. He believes the senator's resignation should have been tendered months ago.
Our perspective, it's very late for this to happen. We've been asking for this since it happened back in April of 2024.
To be fair, the Republicans aren't necessarily alone. As early as last May, Mitchell's DFL colleagues had seemingly urged her to resign as well.
If I were in her shoes, given what we're facing and the need for our ability to continue to govern for the people of Minnesota, I would step aside.
The difference is Senate Majority Leader Erin Murphy ultimately deferred that decision to either the courts, Senator Mitchell, or the Senate Ethics Committee. Without a court decision, the Ethics Committee continued to defer a decision until the trial concluded. Johnson feels that her fellow party members should have been firmer.
So it's really disappointing that it's taken this long and casts such a shadow over the institution of the Senate. That's really disappointing to see.
Murphy issued a statement Monday simply stating that the DFL caucus plans to move forward with their agenda as the case has now concluded and a resignation has been announced. Reporting in St. Paul, I'm Quinn Gorham.
We continue with state news. Meanwhile, a Minnesota State Republican senator has unexpectedly passed away. Senator Bruce Anderson, a Republican from Buffalo, passed away on Monday. Anderson had served in the legislature since 1995 and in the Senate since 2012. He chaired various veterans committees during his time in elected office. He served in the U.S. Navy during the Vietnam War and in the Minnesota Air National Guard and U.S. Air Force Reserves. More somber news today. A man has passed away after being severely injured at a demolition derby at the Iceni County Fair last week. Josh Wines passed away at North Memorial Medical Center, where he was airlifted from the scene last Thursday night. A GoFundMe that was originally set up following the crash will now go directly to Josh's wife to help with medical bills already incurred and the funeral costs. The page says Josh is donating his organs to help save lives and improve those of the others. Switching gears, Caitlin Lohr joining me up the desk right now. Caitlin, we had joked in the morning show today that yesterday was acceptable, manageable, and
kind of bearable.
Bearable is a good way to look at it. Today, it is well beyond that. There are not a lot of reasons to go outside. It's going to be gross, disgusting, all the reasons to sit inside in the AC.
Yeah, now you'll want to get outside if you can maybe go swimming, but that's really the only way you're really going to beat that heat today. And the biggest thing with that is making sure that we stay hydrated while we're swimming. Sometimes we feel that we're cool enough that we tend to forget to drink water. Just because you're in water doesn't mean you're staying hydrated. So make sure you're still drinking that water if you plan to be in the water, which you'll have plenty of opportunity to get into that water today to stay cool. Or if you would rather just avoid the sun and the UV index, that's going to be very high today, and you want to stay inside in the AC, that's going to probably be your best friend as well. The biggest thing that you're going to want to take note of today is that you're going to want to find ways to stay cool while also staying hydrated and healthy. We are looking at high heat with sun out there today, skies I should say becoming partly cloudy by early tomorrow morning. A couple isolated showers tomorrow morning, and then a cold front moves through later. And I'll talk on that in just a minute, but I want to focus on today first. We are looking at a high of about 88 degrees, but the dew points are going to range anywhere between 75 and 80 degrees. The warmer the dew points are, the worse it feels outside, which also means our heat index is going to likely be reaching into the triple digits. As of right now, we're looking at a heat index up to 102 degrees possible. Because of that, we are dealing with a heat advisory that will be in effect for much of southern Minnesota, from southwestern Minnesota northeastward all the way up to the Twin Cities. You'd see that southeastern Minnesota and a portion of north central to northeastern Iowa are not within this heat advisory. Now, that doesn't mean these areas won't be hot and humid. They will still be hot and humid. They are just not meeting the criteria needed for a heat advisory to be issued for those areas. With that being said, this heat advisory will go into effect at about 1 o'clock this afternoon and then remain in effect until about 8 o'clock this evening, as that will be the hottest part of the day. I know it's several hours long, but that's typical for this time of year here in southern Minnesota. Tonight, with those clouds moving in, as you saw, a couple isolated showers by early tomorrow morning may develop into an isolated thunderstorm due to the heat and humidity that we're going to be dealing with today. Temperatures staying on the warmer side with a low of 76 degrees by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, we've got some relief on the way in the sense of a cold front, but with that being said, the heat, humidity, and sunshine we've been having and we're going to have today leading up into tomorrow are the prime ingredients needed for strong to severe storms. So we are in a medium risk for severe weather tomorrow. As of right now, the main concern remains with damaging winds and or wind gusts, but the threat of isolated large hail and an isolated tornado or two cannot fully be ruled out because of the heat and humidity we have abundant to us, as well as that moisture. Taking a look at the futurecast for tomorrow, a couple isolated showers through early tomorrow morning possible, an isolated shower, thunderstorm or two possible through the late morning, early afternoon hours with pockets of sunshine mixed in. This will clear up to the east, leaving behind more sunshine going into the mid-afternoon hours as that cold front approaches the area between the hours of 3 and 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. This is really when we will start watching for that threat of strong to severe storms again, anywhere from large hail and an isolated tornado or two possible, but that main concern does lie with damaging winds and or wind gusts. As you can see, scattered showers, couple thunderstorms will remain across the area going into late tomorrow night and then kind of linger on and off throughout Thursday, leaving behind between now and 7 a.m. Friday morning a half an inch up to an inch of rain possible on average, looking upwards of 1.5 inches possible around the Twin Cities with only about 1/4 inch possible for most of northern Iowa. Here's a look at your extended forecast. Upper 80s, low 90s today and tomorrow before that cold front moves through. Then we'll be in the low 80s, more seasonal and comfortable on Thursday, even though we're looking at a chance of storms. We'll see some sunshine for Friday and Saturday as temperatures slowly warm back up into the upper 80s and low 90s. And then another cold front's going to move through between Sunday night and Monday morning of next week, dropping those temperatures back on the seasonal side as we close out next week with quieter conditions in store.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Caitlin. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks for watching this KUIC News Now to Go update. Stay with KUIC News Now for the latest local news, weather, and sports on our website.
And download the free KUIC News and weather apps for the latest headlines and forecast.